Hi, welcome to the Lisa Saunders Show. And today I have it easy because I have another TV host here. So you're going to do a lot of the work talking, right? So who are you?
Hi, I'm Christopher Annino. I am a TV host here on SEC TV, but I just finished a film called Silent Times. It's the first silent film of its kind in, I think, over 80 years, we counted. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to talking about it. And we're having a showing May 25th at the Mystic-Kanoic Library. So
I can't wait. And I was wondering if you were going to notice my introductory music to the
yeah,
show, because that's Connie Howard. She lives local to here.
does she?
Yeah, she's a former, she's from Nashville. She
Yeah.
came back here, and she's got a lot of music, so you
Would
should
love to
meet her.
talk to her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell her about your opening for the film, because
Please, yeah.
I love that song.
Me too.
She wrote that when she was in France, or it's from the time she was playing at a restaurant in France. But anyway, without further ado, we have the trailer for this amazing silent film. I love the trailer, so go ahead and watch and have fun. Well, that was a lot of fun. What a kick that was to watch.
We had a good time shooting that. It was really fun. I enjoyed it.
It looks very as if you got vaudeville acts off, from, you went back in time to pluck them out of vaudeville to put them on, because you have all kinds of shows, it looks like, some that are difficult that people would have to know. What do you kind of acts do you have in there? Like, first of all, what kind of animal was that?
That was a hedgehog.
Hedgehog. So how did you get the hedgehog to do what it was supposed to do?
My friend has one of, it's actually a therapy hedgehog. They have for pets, the therapy animals. She's one of them. So the acts, as for the acts, like Joel Mendez was in that. He plays El Elasto in the film. Joel's a great guy. I knew him.
Well, what did he do in this film?
He was in that clip. He played El Elasto, which he was the acrobat.
The acrobat, yeah. Okay, because I was thinking, oh, gee, that looks like interesting.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. And I met him because I had a circus strongman act, and we met through DFX Entertainment. We were both signed at the time, and we had a circus gig in Hartford, and he was one of the nicest, the kindest men I've ever met, kindest people I ever met. very down to earth. A lot of people who are in the entertainment business are they're hard to talk to. And but he was just the coolest guy. And I said to him, he would love to shoot a film with you, and going to be shooting a variety of vaudeville acts. And the film is about a man who makes it big. And I based a lot of it on Orson Welles' Citizen Kane, where it's somebody who has made a lot of money in a short amount of time and doesn't know what to do with all this power. So he owns a theater house, and the other underlining thing with this is I'm trying to show and tell the story of vaudeville, and how the transition from vaudeville to burlesque happened. That was the biggest thing. Vaudeville, you had tremendous talented people involved, like Joel's character, or Melody Lucas's character. She plays like a Billie Holiday singer, dancer type.
Which one is the burlesque dancer?
The burlesque dancer is not in that clip.
Oh, okay. You know what? Well, you have a lot of pictures,
But
so let's show some of those.
Yeah, we could.
And that way we can talk about some of the people that are in the show. Because one thing I'm curious about is, how did this come to be, this film?
Yeah, so one day, so that photo's me, Jeff, who's the co-writer, and Elena, who stars in this. And the two of them I had met on the worst film ever that I ever shot. Not even the worst film I ever shot. It's the worst film ever. It's called East Side Zombies. If you see it, don't see it.
Oh, you mean you shot that film? And you're telling us it's the worst
It's the worst film ever. No, it's ever. Just ever.
Just ever.
Yeah.
Oh, like that anyone could ever see if
it's
they
about
want.
vegetarian zombies. It makes no sense. I didn't write it. I just shot it, and I thought, let's make it a comedy. That looked bad.
Now you've got me curious.
I'll send it to you one day.
Okay. Okay.
But Jeff and Elena, they're the best. Elena stars in it. She plays 6 characters in this.
In Silent Times.
Yeah, she plays Ruby Tuesday, Princess Victoria, and a bunch of other things. Phenomenal, because Elena was from Russia, and she's a scientist right now, and unbelievable IQ, very smart. Amazing dancer, helped during the choreography for this, knew how to dance the Charleston, which was what they danced back then, and could also do, she does a belly dancing routine in this where she plays another character, and she's just phenomenal. Jeff and I, we're great together because it's almost like we're like a Lennon McCarthy type of thing, because it's like, I'll come up with like the music and he'll come up with the lyrics, and we come up with some great pieces of comedy or whichever else. Him and I, we shot Waves last year, and we got Best Romantic Drama at the Avonia Film Festival.
Wow.
So,
Okay. So you shot it. Who wrote it, or what was that?
We wrote it together.
You
and we
wrote
shot
it together, the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah, we directed it together too.
Okay.
And so how it came about was Bijou Viswanath, who was my mentor. I was giving up on filmmaking completely.
After your vegetarian.
After the zombie film, I hated it. I hated it. But what happened was, I was trying to give up on it, and then I just said, well, we'll just. He just said, let's just shoot again and whichever else. And
so you wanted to try again. See, that's why I never think anything's a waste. Even if you do something that's awful, I feel like you learn something from it, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And so me and Jeff wrote something, and we have what we have right now.
Well, I love it. Let's go to the next picture. Now, what's this?
So that's Olga Kurkulina and Elena Bright. And again, Elena's playing one of her 6 characters that she played. Olga is from the movie Kick-Ass 2. She played Mother Russia. And she stands approximately about 6'4", 6'5".
Wow.
She holds in real life, she holds the Israeli record for high jump, and I think she was also in the Olympics as well.
Oh my gosh.
Holds a master's degree. The greatest person I ever got to work with on that set. And of course Elena as well.
And she's flying in from Israel.
Israel, and she was originally
to be at the opening.
Yeah, she was
that you're
originally out of the USSR, and Elena, they speak Russian together, so it's really cool.
Will they speak Russian at the opening? Like the question and answer in case we want to hear them speak Russian?
They can Well, they can understand English too, and they speak English.
Oh gosh, I can't.
Both of them speak like 6 languages, so it's just
This is
ridiculous.
phenomenal. You got this kind of a cast with amazing backgrounds to film it around here. Where did you film now? You
I
filmed
shot in Rhode Island. I shot in Connecticut, Tampa, Prince Edward Island.
Prince Edward Island, really?
Yeah.
Now you got arrested. Almost got arrested a couple times.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
I'll show you a.
So we'll go to the
couple
next
more, yeah.
picture. Okay.
That's Elena again. Again, she's playing the flapper.
Great costumes. Where did she get all the costumes?
I don't know. That's the
Okay.
thing. So like Ruby Tuesday, she plays Ruby Tuesday. That's the character Ruby Tuesday. IMDb, which is the Internet Movie Database, got upset with me because I kept putting all these characters she was playing, and they said I can only choose one. So it was like,
Oh.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. The next one is.
What's the next picture?
That is Melody Lucas. So Melody is plays Queen Bee Holiday, which is based strongly on Billie Holiday and Billie Holiday's likeness. Obviously, it's not Billie Holiday, but she dances in this. She has a phenomenal dance routine in this, and then I mean she does the whole lip singing thing with the whatever else, but the dancing sequence with her and a kid named Ty Anderson. Ty is on the Connecticut Sun dance team. It's just phenomenal, and they work very well together. She was Miss Fabulous Connecticut 2 years ago, and she's actually a drag queen, and phenomenal too. She just great to work with.
Well, interesting outfit here. All right, next picture. I love that picture.
Yeah,
That's very well. Of course, it makes me think of Charlie Chaplin's
Well, that's the whole thing,
movie.
yeah. Because what I really wanted to do was, and again, this whole film is about. My whole goal with it was to take every single amount of characters from that era and give tribute to them, but also not try and recreate their scenes, but just try and recreate that.
Right, the feeling that you get, that I get, because I've seen.
Because it's a very
you know.
innocent feeling back then. It was incredibly innocent time back then, and it was more simplistic. And Dave Blair, who's local, he is also an Army veteran. He plays Officer Keystone, which again we're trying to go with that Keystone Cop thing and show how valuable that was. And then
Now the Paperboy is actually a girl, right?
it's a girl. It's Bella Prince, and she plays the kid in the film. And she's got a few scenes, not too big, but she was very helpful. And my sister Nikki, that's her daughter, and so she was in it as well. And
So you have big names as well as locals, like up and coming. You have both in the film. That's quite a mix of people.
incredible.
How long did it take you to film this?
Oh, here's the. It took me about a year and a half.
Okay.
So it's so let's see. There's a couple people I forgot to mention.
Is that like the official movie poster
Yeah,
you would call it? Okay.
Bob Bell, he's a great guy, great guitarist. He's a sound guy for Foxwoods and stuff. He was also as the motorcycle group Thug Riders, great people. They do a lot for charity. Dexter Heron, retired Groton police officer. He's in this, and again a great guy to work with. Rick Silver, he created the Electric Slide. Olga Kurkulina, we just mentioned her. Star of Kick-Ass 2, she's in it. Brian Blair, WWE legend, he's in this. Ron Bass, that's an interesting one, and we'll talk more about that because he passed away 5 days after I shot his scene.
Oh, that's so
this
sad.
Krista Maylee, she plays Annie Oakley in this. Roe plays a Robert Johnson influenced character. Robert Johnson was said to have sold his soul to the devil to play blues music, and he was a blues musician. Melody Lucas, we just talked about. Kajoja Ono Carroll, she has been dubbed Queen of the Paranormal. She's a psychic medium and is very well known, has a comic book out and is very good. Officer Keystone, we talked about him. Sasha Johnson, we met her on East Side Zombies, very good makeup artist. Train conductor Willie, amazing guy. He actually has, in real life, he is a train conductor for the Essex train ride. and he does these drill gun tricks and stuff. And
He was the one we saw with the gun, or was that in another
we
clip? I
didn't
saw the
show
gun.
that yet.
Okay.
But yeah, he is. Yes, he actually is. He's in the trailer. You're right. He does the gun twirling and stuff, and he's phenomenal at it. He's dead on at it. And the best thing with him is this is his first time acting. So,
Really?
Elena Bright, we talked about Nikki. That's my sister. Ty Anderson, we talked about him. Joel Mendez. Skip Daniels. Skip Daniels is a big deal. Skip Daniels is a comedian slash magician, and he's in this as well. He's phenomenal. And Enzio Marcello, he's a hobo clown. He's a professional clown that I got.
Wow. Now this at the bottom of the poster says the name of your company, which is Tag Team Friendship Productions,
Yeah.
LLC. How did you get into doing this?
So basically, Tag Team Friendship Productions, I created 4 years ago, and well, there's a story behind that. So, before I did anything, I actually started shooting films when I was young, very young, incredibly young, and I got in touch with this film company called Sect Film. I was on Bijou's film marathon, and that's where I met Bijou. And of course, I was always very professional. I always wanted to make sure I did my best. And in the back of my head, I was on my last legs. And first time I ever met Bijou, he was very militant, very just this is the way it's got to be, which I wrote, no BS. He taught me the ways it should be. You have to respect what you're doing. You have to respect whichever. And I'm slowly going to trust you more and more. And he showed me structure, and he showed me everything. And I started on that film as a PA, and then they put me as a production assistant. It's like low end of the totem pole.
Okay.
And then through that film, I learned how you could literally create a miracle. Like, he had a 25-person crew, and then due to lack of funds, it went down to like 7 people, okay? And he did things that I thought no one can do. He was you have like a cinematographer and a director and a cameraman and all this other stuff. They're all different skill sets, okay? So that's why you have one person per thing. He was able to do that while shooting actual film. So we actually shot on a real film, reel-to-reel camera, not digital. And I saw him create a miracle. I couldn't believe it. So he took a shine to me, and we started working together.
Why don't we talk about where you're taking the film? Because we don't have that much time. Like, where do you take the film next?
Right. So, but real quick. So basically, the thing I was trying to get across is this: there's people in the film industry and the people in the industry in life that are going to tell you you can't do anything with your life. Okay. And the thing is this: that's their thing. Okay. But if you really want to do something, especially if it's positive and it's going to help you and people around you, my biggest thing and my biggest, I guess, point I wanted to get across with that was you can learn all this stuff by yourself and you can educate yourself. You can become better by making yourself better. The reason why I was doing so well is because a lot of these great people from SEC TV, they helped me a great deal. Frank Fulcuro, Frank Faccini, they helped me a great deal, okay? And it's all here for you. Now, in regards to the film, you wanted me to know where can this be shown?
Yeah, like where you have an opening, so that's at Mystic No Ink Library.
Correct.
And that is May 25th. And after that, where do you take the film so that for wider distribution?
Okay, so like that actually isn't considered an opening. It's a preview. We're just going to show the preview of the film.
Okay.
And it's interesting in how the terminology in film and whichever else works. So like, I have to take these to a bunch of film festivals to market it. And basically that's what a film festival is. If you win first prize at a film festival, chances are you're going to get a distribution deal, or it looks good on a resume, or whichever else. It helps when you're showing it to the public to get opinion. That's part of the thing. It also helps because, you know what? These people donate a lot of their time locally for this film. and anything to give back to them is a great thing. So we're going to go to the film festival circuit. We're primarily looking into Europe, Sundance, obviously Tribeca. We'd love to go to the Rhode Island International Film Festival. There's a couple people that are asking me to go to Moscow and Russia, so we're going to convert the titles, because again, there's no speaking. We're
Right,
gonna
that's kind of nice.
Yeah,
That's a little easier just to change out some slides.
yeah, we're just
into
going to convert the titles
different
to
language.
just different language. And Veronica, who's one of the producers, and she plays my number 2. And she also co-wrote this with us. Veronica Convery, very influential with this. She's going to help do that. She speaks Russian as well. All in all, I didn't think we were going to be going this far. Originally, we just shot this as a short, and Bijou was the one.
How long is it? How long?
Oh,
is
it's a
the film?
feature length.
What does that mean?
That means it's 90 minutes.
90 minutes.
In the film terms, especially if you're an independent filmmaker, it's incredibly hard to shoot something that long because it's very costly and it's just difficult. So if you're a filmmaker of any type and you shoot your first feature, it's a huge milestone. Doesn't matter if the feature goes anywhere, whichever else the fact that you shot it. So it gives you some credibility. But with all these film festivals out there, I would love to show it locally.
Well, that's great. That's a real treat for people who make the drive out to Mystic and Noack Library.
Yep.
To see it.
But yeah, so it's been a great experience too. They're all great people that shot this with me, and I couldn't have asked for a better crew or team.
Now, did you major in this in school, in filmmaking in school?
Yeah. So it was a very interesting transition because I was going to Mitchell College, and a lot of my influence is driven from a professor by the name of Ken Kuzmich. Ken Kuzmich was a religious professor, a religion, but he was just very influential with audio and visual. And this film also has to do a lot with sociology. I love sociology. Another individual who is very influential with this, who is a professor at Mitchell, is Mark Goldsmith. Professor Mark Goldsmith. I took his blues, jazz, and rock and roll class. And because of that, I learned a lot about like how music was created. And my biggest thing is I tried to highlight in this film the Delta blues, which it was the acoustic blues, which was like your Robert Johnsons, your Blind Lemon Jeffersons, guys like that who were tremendously an influence on everyone. I think also Muddy Waters might have been a little bit too young, but Howlin' Wolf, those guys really helped the progressive movement in regards to modern music. So like a guy like Mark Goldsmith was a huge key influence on my life and how I view things. Same with Ken Kuzmich and how I shoot. There was a film class that was taught by Alec Ashton there. And I took that. And that's how I slowly got interested in it, and I wasn't great from the beginning. I really had to work on it. But like learning how camera angles and editing and how to tell a story is the biggest thing. Everyone worries about, oh, the cinematography is great. Well, what do you know? What do you remember from a film? You don't remember the cinematography. Cinematography probably makes up 10 minutes of the film. But yeah.
Okay, so well, you know what? We have a little bit of time. I'd like to show you have another clip, right, that we can see?
Yeah, and May 25th is the big day for the preview. Please come. It's the Mystic and Noack Library. There's an after party at the Jealous Monk. They've been so generous to us. And again, this is a great community project.
It is.
Yeah.
I can't wait to look for places that I might recognize. Okay, let's go ahead and show the clip.